Hello everybody, it's me. I haven't done a video in a while. First of all, I've been teaching my toughest class all this week, and it's kind of a class that takes place at the end of the day. And then at the same time, I've also been I've been eBaying out a lot of stuff, like some old books and stuff that I have, and the opportunity I have to take this stuff to the post office is when I would normally be recording things, so I haven't been doing recordings lately. This is not part of the Dinosaurus. Dinosaurus, I just finished page 5. Let me just show you where I am on that. Here's page 5. I'm really happy about this. This is with the retro look, and speaking of the retro look, it caught the eye of a guy named Dan Goodwin, who asked me to do a guest pinup, and this is what this is. This is a guest pinup for Sundays in Space by Dan Goodwin. I don't know if it does it any justice. Let me just show you what Dan Goodwin's stuff looks like. Whoops, that's not over there. It's over here. This is what Sundays in Space looks like from Dan Goodwin. It has it's a very funky, almost like, you know, it's got like this hip hop look to it. The ones that I really liked had this elf character. I think her name is Anne Hope. And is this? Let me see all of these. Can I see all of them? Profit loss. And you can see her doing a couple of things. It's really just really cool. Now the pages that he liked were the pages from Void Circuit, and he said, "Could you do something like a guest pinup?" And I really liked Void Circuit, so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to make it look like how I draw Void Circuit. I can't draw like that, but I did my best approximation of something that I think I could do, and this is definitely my style of drawing. The cat character is, and this snaky character over here, they're both kind of mine, but this is his Anne Hope character that I'm drawing. I hope he likes it. It's a good chance he might be like, it's not that. Not. You didn't really capture exactly what I was hoping for, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to throw in. I put in another layer, and I want to do some shading, and I want to give it the retro look because that's what he seemed to think was kind of cool about the other piece. So we're going to put it on a piece of vintage paper, you know, and do the graded colors and all that other stuff that we can do. But what was I going to go? I had a kind of bunch of things. We're currently resetting the Discord. We're going back to the Discord. Gilded came up with some stupid rules. We left the Discord because Discord came up with some stupid threats during the COVID era. They were saying things like they were gonna be monitoring all of the Discords for anybody who said something that they didn't like. Not that we were in danger of that, but it got so annoying. so we left. We went over to Gilded, and which is fine. And then Gilded has now instituted a new policy where they're saying you have to have a Roblox account, which we don't. We're not there for gaming, it's true, and I don't have a Roblox account. And I have no intention of starting a Roblox account. And I don't think anybody else would either. I think Discord is the more popular of the platforms. So we have an opportunity to do something with that, and that's what we're going to do. By going back to Gilded. Alright, well, anyways. At the same time, I've been getting really active with Cubert School Online and trying to get serious about doing more art and stuff. Like, you know, for example, little jobs like this one is kind of cool. That said, I don't really see myself as a commercial guy exactly. Well, I kind of like what I did there. Let's see if I do a little bit of shading along the edges of her pants, and then kind of cut it off. That looked kind of cool. I was worried about this because I don't have enough contrast, black and white. You want your thick, chunky black areas to contrast with your white areas, and I didn't really have that going on. I've got a little bit with their bikini and this piece of metal inside the... I don't know if this is a spaceship corridor or just some kind of science fiction-y corridor. I like the look of that particular comic, and I want to portray it, you know, in a way that would make sense for my style of art. You know, still showing respecting the look of it, you know what I mean? Anyway, where was I going with this? I don't remember. You can't remember which way he was going. Anyways, yeah, I've been eBaying stuff off. I haven't been recording lately. I'm about to be in class again. I'm not sure when it starts, but I think it starts around the July period. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Got this little shadowy area here. Let's see if we can do some shading on the characters. This particular character, the Tigress character, is not part of Sundays in Space. This is my own design of a spacey character. Originally, I was going to have her. I think her name is going to be called Frostclaw, and she's a white tigress. She's an albino tigress, a snow tigress. I don't know, and she was going to be one of the villains in the next Beast Rangers, which I might still use at some point. Maybe I'll just do a version of it. But it was one of my initial designs, and I thought this would be really cool to have a couple other characters in here in this scene, secondary to the main character. It's just a cool-looking cat girl. I love these cables. Mine are not nearly as cool as the ones that are in the original. Let's get that nice and dark over there. I want this to have the zip tone DIY look. Let's do a little shadow down here. Where was I going with this whole conversation? My chain of thought has taken a strange turn. There we go. Well, anyways, the new group. My idea with the new group is to make it a little bit more skill-centered. Which you might think is kind of crazy coming from me. I was always the one who kind of wanted to be the most open towards amateurism, because I felt like nobody would ever give me a chance when I was an amateur, even though I was wanting to produce stuff. I did feel like that ended up turning around and biting me in the butt when we tried to do that. Some people are just not ready for it. Some people, it really is all about the social media stuff. It really isn't about the skill set at all. Or about getting serious about your creations. It's just sort of being part of the group more than anything else. And I don't think that's good. I've also been getting involved with, you can see I'm getting a lot of message here from Zomic Book. And that's been a lot of fun. That's where the Dino Sorcerers is going to get published. I will say it probably doesn't look like it fits in that much because a lot of their stuff they're doing is pretty satirical. And I'm trying to do a serious retro comic, but I'm happy for the opportunity to publish it with them in color. I now have the ability to kind of self print my stuff, so it's not like I wouldn't be able to handle it on my own. But it's kind of cool that I was asked, and I'm very happy to have gotten the opportunity. These are her boots. Let's use dark for the soles. She wears combat boots. This character. Alright, let's see if we can. A little shading in there. I have this light up here. I think that if this is the light, then we should probably put the shading on the far side away from the light. This is looking like it's getting more depth, so that's pretty good. Alright, so this door behind her, what we want to do is we want to create an area of darkness around the main character so that she pops more, right? We want to give her an area of maximum contrast if we can manage it. So that's where I'm going to try and focus my darkest zip toning, but not flat black. We're not going to flat black it out because that creates an entirely different, like this is the 100% black. So we don't want to go to that. We want to go to a dark area, but not all the way dark. And we can also do some of this contrasting can get pulled out in the colors as well. You can color it darker, like we can color with a dark purple around this area. If you look at the original character, the way it's drawn for profit loss, she has white skin with these red stripes. I haven't drawn the red stripes in there because you'll notice they have no holding line. So we're going to have to do that completely in the color. And she's got it all the way across. I like these worms and these weird... I love this weird snake-looking guy. I don't know, there's lots of cool stuff going on. And then there's this wolf guy. He's almost invisible. This is so, like, graffiti art-esque that I keep finding new details in it. You know, the stylized eyes. This is a wolf character with all the earrings here. I just thought they were cool. Anyways, incredible character designs. I really like every one of them. Anyway, I'm probably gonna have to go look up when that class is gonna start. I know it hasn't. We're not real close to it yet, but it's coming up. All right, we're gonna go all the way black around this red arrow, and then we're going to, or around this arrow. But we're gonna color right over the arrow. The arrow is in the shadows. But we're gonna not hit it as hard. We're gonna hit it slightly lighter. So that when we get them with the color, it'll look like it's in color, but it's in shadow also. Alright, same deal here. And Shout out to Dan Good. Everybody check out Sundays in Space. It's the nicest looking comic I've seen in a really long time. Like that's a truly unique look. I don't think anybody looks like that. That's what I would like. I would like to I would like to have my comic be something that looks completely unique. And I feel like I'm there. I'm almost there. I'm striving towards there. There's some slime dripping on the door. Alright, now we can go kind of dark around her. This is all in its own layer, so we can afford to get messy because we can skim it right back off. Alright, looking good. And this will also serve as a nice transition for the other character on the side. Because she's also, I mean, my original plan for her was also to give her kind of white skin, but I think I'm going to change it. And maybe I'll give her an unusual color. Maybe not orange like a tiger would be, but maybe some kind of a pale color. Could be a pale blue. Or like a yellow, maybe like a creamy orange color, like a dreamsicle looking color. I don't know. We'll see. We need something that transitions this character. You know, shows a lot of contrast, but doesn't interfere with the look of this character, right? This is the star. This is the one that you want most of the attention going towards. And then, you know, inspired by at least my impression of Sundays in Space, you want to have all this other stuff in the panel that you can look at and find and discover, that's fun to look at and fun to kind of check out. I think we're almost there, at least. Well, before we start the colors. Once again, I'm really happy that they invited me to do this. I couldn't be more grateful. Tell you what. Alright. I've been doing really well. I mentioned the eBay sales. I'm selling old D&D books, and I'm doing great with it. I tell you what. It's one of those things that I would just think about. I've got all this stuff, and I don't look at it anymore. I gotta do something with it. This down here has got to be shaded. There's some funny stuff that happens with shading where if you shade to a mid-tone, it fades back. If you shade it all the way black, it comes back forward. This is close, right? This is a close piece of metal. If you go all the way white, it comes forward, right? Any of the high contrast pieces seems to pop forward. This looks pretty good. This feels almost like a Famine and Fargo kind of cover almost. I like it. I hope they let me post it on my portfolio site. Maybe after they publish. Well, this has got to be pretty dark right back here. Okay. That feels stronger. It feels like there's curves here that have been created. All right. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to begin coloring. I'm just going to create a new layer. We're going to call it colors. I'm going to go find a vintage cover somewhere, and we're going to pull the... I could use this, actually. We could pull some of the colors off of this to create our palette. But I almost feel like I want to be true to the retro look that I've had. So let's just grab something. Cover browser. Right here. I want to give it the Bronze Age look. Is cover browser not working? Come on, man. There it is, cover browser. Let's get an issue of... How about this? Something like UFO Stories, which is Dell. Something like this. This is Lost in Space. This one's got a lot of reds in it. I'm looking for something with a lot of blues. Little Archie. Space Mouse. I gotta tell you, I'm not 100% sure what I want to go with here. Oh, how about this Defenders cover right here? This ought to do it. Look at this. It's got a great space scene. So it's saved to photos, right? Then we're going to go up here. We're going to go to the very top. We're going to create a palette from photos. And we're going to use this Defenders photo. And there it is. So this is our this is our palette right here. And we're going to rename it. We're going to call this one Sundays in Space. And there we go. We're at the 20-minute mark, so I'm not going to keep you on the video too much longer, but I'm going to go ahead and start coloring this in. I'll just give you the short version. Change the color layer to multiply, and change your brush to syrup, and you can begin coloring. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. Talk to you later.